We can write if statements inside other if statements. Here's an example. This program may look different, but we have already studied all of the necessary rules to understand it. As usual, Python starts at line 1, tab 0. Python first executes a equals 1. Then Python executes b equals 1. Next, Python evaluates the if test at line 3, which is a equals 0. Since a is 1, this test is false. Thus, Python creates the entry 0 and the pair if false in the control map. Since the if test is false, the if body on the lines 4 through 9 are skipped. Python next executes the else statement at line 10. Since the if test was false, Python executes the else body starting at line 11, tab 1. Next, Python executes if b equals 0. Note that this statement is independent of the if and else statements in tab 0. Since b is 1, the test is false. Thus, Python is going to create the entry 1 and the pair if false in the control map. The control map now has two entries, 0 if false and 1 if false. Since the if test is false, Python skips the statement at line 12, tab 2, which is c equals 3. Next, Python executes the statement at line 13, tab 1, which is elif b equal 1. Since the value at the key 1 of control map is the pair if false, the corresponding if test was false. Thus, Python is going to evaluate the elif test b equal 1. Since b is 1, this test is true. Thus, Python is going to update the control map entry at key 1 to pair if true. Since the test is true, Python is going to execute the elif body. Python stores 4 in variable c. The current line is now 15 and the current tab is 2. There is an else statement at line 15, tab 1. Since the current tab is greater than the statement's tab, LWPython decreases the current tab by 1 and executes the else statement. Since the control map entry at key 1 is true, LWPython knows that either an if or an elif test in tab 1 was true. Thus, the else body is skipped. Program execution is now complete, and there are 3 variables a, b, and c. C contains value 4.